My name is Stefan Doerr from the Centre for Wildfire Research at Swansea University, and the presentation I'll be giving is about wildfire disasters, which really links to the International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction in the same week, in 2 days after the presentation. So we all hear about wildfires in the news. We have roughly the equivalent of the area of Western Europe burning every year, and very few of those actually lead to real disasters. So what I'd like to cover in this presentation, first of all, the perception that we have as a member of the public, really, in terms of wildfires, the fatalities, infrastructure damage, smoke effects. We have mental health effects. We have enhanced soil erosion, mudslides, massive economic effects. But I really like to drill down a little bit more on where they occur and what extent they really have, because through the public, we often get a somewhat biased picture on everything is about death, disaster, and damage. But of course, again, if we look at what happened this summer in Canada, we had the largest area burned on record. We had severe smoke impacts in the United States that were in the news the whole time. We had enormous carbon emissions. So again, you could think this is just, a disaster across the globe. This was certainly the perception that we had through the media. And of course, Hawaii, for example, a relatively small fire in a relatively confined area, the largest death toll in a US wildfire within a century. And then last year in the UK, we had the largest house loss from vegetation fires in recorded history, over 90 properties destroyed. That coincided with the hottest day on record. So, where are we heading with all this? I'll be covering then on that presentation is the perceived and actual trends of wildfires around the globe, and how some of those, and really only very few of those, turn into disasters, and generally which mitigation options exist. What can we actually do about these, especially in view of climate change as well. And then also probably about 10 or 15 minutes, I'll be focusing more at the work that we're doing at the center specifically. One of the things we're doing right now with a range of colleagues, including the Met Office, is to developing a fire danger forecasting system, or rather danger rating system for the UK. And also something specifically we do here at Swansea with colleagues in Australia and the US is developing a user tool, which is essentially ready. I'll showcase that briefly, for predicting water contamination after fire, because often after fire, there are other problems. Once the smoke has disappeared, there tend to be a whole range of problems, including water contamination. Thank you.